Movies Are a Thing is a weekly podcast going over the movies releasing this week.
And whatever movie-related tangents we decide to venture off on today.
Hello and welcome to Movies Are a Thing. My name is John.
And I'm Travis, and here are the movies premiering this week.
But before we do that, Travis.
Yes, sir.
How's it going, man?
Pretty good. How are you?
Oh, we're going.
Yeah?
It was an early morning.
Yeah? An early rise?
And I couldn't sleep last night too.
So a double whammy?
Yeah. So tonight's going to be awesome as well.
Ooh, all right.
Can't wait. But I had to wake up nice and early because apparently having a giant crack in your window for a year or so is generally considered not good.
Yeah, that's usually a bad thing.
Yeah. So I finally got the appointment to get that fixed, and it was nice, because it was a rock that had done it. So insurance got it all taken care of, everything like that.
Fun, okay.
But this I did not know. Apparently, if you're driving towards the sun, you're supposed to be able to see out your windshield.
That's crazy.
I know. It's not supposed to be like foggy.
What? That's nuts.
It's so weird.
That's
You're supposed to be able to see more than blobs.
Oh, wow.
I know. So
who knew? Who knew this science existed?
Right? But yeah, so that was right away in the morning.
Okay.
When they went to go install it, they brought me out there and they're like, yeah, so basically when we were getting the windshield ready, we did notice that, there was a little crack, or not a crack, but a little like scratch on the side, on the one side. And then there was basically scuff marks going, vertical on the windshield, on, one on either side, the driver's side and the passenger side, which they apparently tried to buff out but couldn't, everything like that. And they're like, so we do have this right now. We don't have any other of these type of glass here. So what we can do is we can either just scrap today and come back another day, or we can put this one in and then call us up and let us know that you want it replaced whenever, and we'll get it replaced for you with a new one that doesn't have these, the scratches and the scuff marks and stuff.
Okay.
And I was like, well, the scratches and the scuff marks are probably better than a 2-3 foot long crack in the windshield. So let's go with the scuff marks.
Yeah, no kidding.
And so that was basically, I got, my appointment was for 7:30. I got held up by road construction that had closed the road going to them, so I had to go the back way around to try to get back to their location. And so that stalled me a little bit. And then I got there, I go to the door, and I see open 8 a.m. My appointment's for 7:30.
Weird. Okay.
That's kind of weird. So I was like, okay, cool. I'll just go sit in my car for a little bit then. So I go sit in my car. Somebody else pulls in, walks right in. I'm like, okay. So I walk in. I'm like, yeah, I've got a 7:30 appointment. He's like, okay, well, if it's 7:30, it's usually a drop off. And he looks at it. Oh, no, it's like a glass appointment for 7:30. That's weird. Okay, well, let's get you going.
Okay, sure.
Okay, cool. So that was my morning this morning.
Fun.
Yeah.
Sounds like a blasty blast.
Oh, it was a blast and a half. How was your weekend? How was your week, I should say?
Well, let's see.
2 weeks. It was 2 weeks.
It's been 2 weeks.
It's been 2 weeks.
Let's see. So the first week we were gone, I'd gone to the fair. That was a lot of fun.
Very nice.
Had a lot of good food and stuff.
What'd you have?
Oh, I did try the Spam curds that you wanted me to try, so that was pretty good. I mean, I've had Spam before, but I've never had the Spam curds, so pretty good.
Bite-sized, deep-fried Spam.
Can't go wrong. It was good. And then I did try my Korean corn dog.
Yeah.
Which was good, but I don't know if it was worth the price.
Very nice.
And then I did have corn. And and I had mini donut.
Very nice. Yeah. Very nice. Very nice. Yeah.
And then let's see, what else did I do? And then tomorrow. Okay. So for a long story short, last week I ended up having to go to the dentist.
Oh no.
because I was having some teeth pain.
Mm-hmm.
So I went in and found out that I ended up needing 2 root canals.
Oh.
So I had one last week.
Mm-hmm.
Now I have my second one tomorrow.
I'm sorry.
No, it's all right. I actually had a lot of fun. It was my first one.
Yeah.
So I actually had a lot of fun with it. I really don't mind. I'm probably the first person in history to ever say that.
I enjoyed my root canal.
I sure did.
That's kind of weird, man. Not gonna
It
lie.
really kind of is. But yeah, it wasn't bad.
Very nice.
But let's see. Did I watch anything?
Did you watch Beetlejuice? Beetlejuice?
I did watch Beetlejuice.
How was Beetlejuice? Beetlejuice?
I really liked it.
That's what I've been hearing.
Yeah, it was what I would expect the sequel to be. It was a lot of fun. It was good to see everybody back. I wasn't sure how they were gonna handle the father that not being there anymore, considering he died.
Mm-hmm.
But I thought they handled it very well.
Well, I mean, he didn't die. He's
Well, he's just yeah.
yeah. In the movie, he died.
Right.
Gotcha.
But yeah, it was good to see everybody back. Michael Keaton, he did fantastic again as Beetlejuice. I highly recommend it. Go see it.
Very nice.
Good
Very
stuff. And then I did also go see It Ends With Us,
Okay.
which is that one with Blake Lively.
Yep.
It was good, but not. Okay. So when people were telling me about it, they were hyping it up as it being like this. Like, I was expecting more out of it than what I got out of it. Like, it's like, so the movie, I was expecting it to be just awful all the way through. And well,
Okay.
not in like awful like movie wise, but just the guy being terrible to this lady the entire time.
Okay.
And spoilers, it's not like that. It takes a little bit to get there, but when it does happen, it's pretty bad.
Gotcha.
But if it's hard to watch if you've know people that have gone through stuff like that, so that might be a little bit triggering. But I thought Blake Lively did fantastic in it, and it's, I guess, a story that maybe everybody should see, just to kind of know, for like situations like that, to kind of know what's going on and maybe to be able to spot stuff like that too.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Other than that, it's just been me.
Gotcha. All right. Well, since I totally forgot that it's been 2 weeks, because I'm SMRT smart,
So you watched something?
I didn't watch anything.
Okay.
What I did do is I did go to the fair as well.
Okay.
Had some spam curds,
Nice.
a spam sandwich, some cookies.
Nice.
My group got mini donuts, but I didn't have any.
Oh.
I wasn't really, I don't know, because we went on Labor Day,
Gotcha. Okay.
so we went on that Monday, and there wasn't a lot of food that just kind of sounded good, and we got there like right away in the morning,
Okay.
and we kind of were going through, and it was a different group than I usually go with. And so it was like still trying to figure out who wants to do what, and how we get through all the stuff we want to do. And yeah, I mean, for me, usually it's like going through all the different buildings and stuff like that, and like meandering around everything, and it usually takes me the entire day, kind of thing. And this time it was just kind of like, oh, do you want to go do this? Nah, not really. Okay, so let's go. And we kind of went and did something else. And hey, you guys want to do this? Not really. Okay, let's go do something else. And then yeah, by the 2:00 or something like that, it was just kind of like, yeah, I'm kind of done with today.
Oh.
So,
Okay.
And we had basically already made the loop through the entire state fair.
Okay.
So, but yeah, like even going into the grandstand, it's kind of fun to kind of see some of the people trying to sell their wares or whatever. And,
Oh, sure.
go up to the second floor. It's a bunch of like smaller creators and smaller craftsmen and everything like that. Whereas the first floor of the grandstand is like all the big name stuff.
Right.
And so it was like we ended up going to the top floor, and I stopped at the one creator that I always stop at. and got a couple more pieces or whatever, and everybody else was basically just like, yeah, I'm not really feeling the grandstand. So then we left, and it was kind of like, okay. So
Man, you really didn't get to go do a whole lot of what you do.
yeah, I mean, it is what it is,
I getcha.
Like I said, it was going with a new group and trying to figure out what everybody wants to do and
Yeah.
trying to get that all going. So it was still kind of in that weird stage, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
But 2 days before that, we had gone to Valley Fair
Oh, okay.
on that nice, bright, hot, sunny Saturday day.
Oh, that gross one? Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know who was smart and forgot sunscreen?
You?
This guy.
Good job.
Yeah, the back of my neck was just completely burned.
I believe it.
And like right now, if you look at it, there's a very definitive shirt line.
I believe it.
And like I think you kind of see it, but
You can kind of see a tan.
yeah. So yeah, it was very very I wouldn't say miserable because I had fun,
That's good.
but again by the end of the day I was kind of just done with everything, ready to go home, and
Mm-hmm.
the people that I was driving ended up going on the wave about 6 or 7 times.
So they were soaked.
Oh yeah.
So your car got soaked.
No.
Well, that's good.
Luckily, one of my cousins had an extra towel that we borrowed, and
Mm-hmm.
so that was good. But yeah, it was just like, I don't want to, I don't want to go on the wave, and so some of the rides that I had wanted to go on, I wasn't able to because there wasn't like a group going at that time, and so
Okay.
it was just kind of like, and then like another group would split off, and then they go do the ride and come back and be like, yeah, that was really fun. We went on whatever. It's like, oh, well, I was kind of wanted to go on that one, but okay.
See, you get those wet ones done in the beginning of the day, and then you have the full day to dry off.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's kind of a tradition for us to do wave at the very end. But like, so it was an insanely hot day, right?
Mhm.
You know what wasn't open?
I'm guessing the water park.
The water park was open.
Okay.
So wave was open, water park was open. The lazy river in the water park was not open.
Oh, I'm guessing because it just wasn't open.
I
or-
don't know.
Oh, okay.
But one of my favorite rides to be able to cool off, Thunder Canyon, was completely closed.
Lame. I love
And-
that ride.
Right? And so we went on Renegade and went up there, and I kind of looked over while we were going up the hill because it's right there.
Mm-hmm.
Everything was completely drained.
Hmm.
And then we went by it when we were going to Excalibur, and you couldn't even get to like the little landing platform before going into like the line,
Oh, okay.
where it's like the viewing platform of seeing everybody go through the waterfalls and everything like that. That was closed off too.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So it was just kind of like they didn't want anybody back there. And I don't know if it was because of the flooding and they just couldn't get it ready in time, and so they're like, yeah, this year's a bust for Thunder Canyon,
Yeah.
or what happened. I don't even know if it was been open at all this year.
Oh, I wonder. Yeah.
So that was kind of unfortunate, and I was not too happy. But yeah, I got to ride on a lot of other rides and stuff like that. So it was good, but it was just also very, very toasty.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so I gotta ask you, since you are a Minnesotan, at Valley Fair, what is your favorite roadster?
Renegade.
See, I've never ridden Renegade. I still say I still love Excalibur. I love being up front for that one. That one's fantastic up front. Also, High Roller is also a classic.
Yes, absolutely.
I still want to ride still.
Yeah. Let's see here. So, I mean, honestly, like, okay, Renegade is my favorite,
Okay.
but that's because I had an amazing like first experience on Renegade.
Mm-hmm.
I sat in the back,
Okay.
and once you ride Renegade, you'll know why sitting in the back is a ton of fun.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's just like, I was there for the opening year and everything like that. I was there for the opening year of, a few of the other ones too.
Mm-hmm.
But Renegade was just kind of like, I love a good wooden roller coaster, and with that one being as fast as it is as well as being a full wooden roller coaster is just amazing. I love it.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, there was a year where it was a little too rickety.
Okay.
Kind of shook you a little bit more than it should have. But
Okay.
Yeah, after that, it's just kind of like after that year, I think they retracted or something like that, or tightened up some bolts or something. I don't know. But it did get a little bit better. And I mean, even now, it's just, I love it. And then, yeah, Steel Venom, I was there for the opening too. And that one's really good. I was there for the opening of Delirious, which they consider a roller coaster. I don't consider it a roller coaster.
Okay.
I consider Delirious to be basically a smaller, less impressive pirate ship.
What's Delirious?
It's over by Steel Venom.
Okay.
And basically it's a purple circle with and then the car basically sits in it, like in the circle, and then it gets, goes around and around and around. It does like the Looping Starship did, the pirate ship did, but just in a circle track rather than being on like a pendulum kind of thing.
Oh, okay.
But it's a lot smaller scale.
Okay. I was almost thinking it was almost like Chaos.
No, Chaos was fun. Chaos and like Delirious is basically just an upright circle, and it just loops.
Okay.
So, but it's like the pirate ship where it kind of goes up and then goes down and goes up and then goes down, and it's, kind of keeps on gaining speed until it actually does the full circle for two or three rotations, and then it slows down again and then stops.
Yep.
So, but yeah, that one, yeah. I do not consider that a roller coaster.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, I wouldn't consider that a roller.
But they do.
Dude.
Yeah.
But whatever, to each their own, I guess.
I guess.
Yes.
But yeah, no, I love Valley Fair. It's a great, kind of one day park, and go and do everything and then be done for the day.
Exactly.
But sorry, keep on going on Valley Fair here for a second. Apparently, there are rumblings and rumors of the 2026, either 2025 or 2026. I'm guessing probably 2026 season, having a brand new roller coaster right in the front of the park.
Right at the front. Where would they be?
Dinosaurs Alive is not there anymore, and that's a pretty big area.
That is very true.
Especially if you go out, kind of towards High Roller and stuff like that. Because there's that whole area back there that, I believe that used to be like a picnic area.
Right.
And I think they closed that off, and now there's just basically nothing there.
Okay.
But yeah, there's that Dinosaurs Alive area that's right in the front of the park. And then it kind of, can extend out past that too. But that would be, that's just an open area that's doing nothing now. And before it was Dinosaurs Alive, it was the Antique Autos. Before they moved them up front where the go-karts used to be.
Right. Wow. Yeah, I remember the Antos. Yep.
I mean, they have them again.
Okay.
They put them where the go-karts were, kind of underneath the one turnaround for Wild Thing.
Okay.
Over by Steel Venom and stuff. So they have them over there now. But am I remembering correctly? Did the Antique Autos used to have a roof?
Antique Autos used to have a roof, yes.
Okay. None of the new ones do.
Oh, weird. Okay.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's basically just a Model T without the roof.
Okay.
Kind of thing. But, yeah, so we've been talking for almost half an hour about...
Yeah, we better
we should probably get into some of the movie news here.
Yeah, this isn't a Valley Fair podcast.
Right.
Valley Fair is a thing.
Actually, that does remind me, though, that you were supposed to remind me of something.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. What about that sign you saw?
The meme is officially dead.
Oh, no. Okay.
Once the Department of Transportation starts using it, you know that a meme is dead. On the way up here today, there was a road sign that said, wearing a seatbelt, very demure, very mindful. And I was just like, oh, pack it in. It's dead.
Yep. Yeah, no kidding. That's so stupid.
Very demure. Very mindful. Yeah. Yeah, so that one got me a little bit on the way here.
It's funny though, but it's stupid.
Right. So, how about we hop into some movie news?
Let's hop into it.
Fantastic. First things first, obviously we have to talk about some sad news that just happened actually today. And that was the news of James Earl Jones passing.
Okay.
So, obviously a very iconic actor. For our generation, being both the voice of Mufasa and also being Darth Vader.
Right.
Just very much kind of, a major part of our childhoods, of our lives, really. Even going back to Coming to America, where, actually, I don't know how many people know this, but James Earl Jones and his, the Queen in Coming to America. I forget her name. One second. Let me look that up quick. Madge Sinclair.
Okay.
So James Earl Jones was the king in Coming to America. Madge Sinclair was the queen in Coming to America.
Okay.
James Earl Jones was Mufasa in Lion King. Madge Sinclair was Sarabi, a.k.a. Simba's mom, in Lion King.
Oh, wow. Okay. That's awesome.
So, that one always kind of got me, is that, they both played, the king and queen, basically, in those each respective movie.
Right.
But yeah, James Earl Jones has passed away. He was 93.
Wow. That's good. He lived a long life.
Absolutely. And absolutely sad, but he did live a very, very long and very, very prosperous life. Bringing lots of joy to so many people with his movies. So it definitely sad to see, but also at the same time, it's one of those things where we do have a lot to remember him by now.
Right. So a small little tangent before, but so I know a lot of people's first introduction to James Earl Jones is usually, Lion King or Star Wars. I want to say that my first introduction to him would have been Sandlot.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Because he's the old man.
And then he was also in Field of Dreams.
Yes, he was. Yep.
And The Hunt for Red October.
Hunt for Red October.
Yes, I am Russian. Yes.
Yeah, sure. Very Russian, very demure.
Oh my god. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna leave that alone. No, I was gonna say, about the same as being a Spaniard. Yes.
There you go.
But yeah, he was Mr. Myrtle in The Sandlot.
Yes, he was.
And then, man,
But yet, I couldn't remember. Did Sandlot come before Lion King?
it did.
Okay.
Yep. Sandlot was 93. Lion King was 94. Yep. And in between that, Sandlot, Sesame Street for one episode, Excessive Force, Dream Rider, The Meteor Man, Percy and Thunder, Law and Order for one episode, American Playhouse for one episode, The Vernon Johns Story, which was a TV movie, Confession, Two Faces of Evil, which was a TV movie, Naked Gun 33 and a Third, The Final Insult,
Nice.
where he was himself uncredited, Picket Fences for one episode, Clean Slate, Lois and Clark, The New Adventures of Superman for one episode, and then Lion King.
Okay.
So,
Oh, wow.
yeah, right? Just a few things in between. So, yeah, and then Hunt for Red October was in 90. Field of Dreams was in 89. Coming to America was 88. And then, yeah, just kind of go back to Star Wars, which was 79.
Yeah.
Yep.
Was that?
Was it 70? No, 77.
Yeah.
Sorry. 77 and then 80 and then 82? 3. Never remember.
Something
3.
like that.
Every 3 years. 77, 80, and 83.
Every 3 years.
Yes.
There is a Star Wars movie.
Yes, comrade. Sorry. Yeah. But absolutely very, very sad to hear. But at the same time, it's one of those things where you can't be too sad with just how long and just full his life seems to have been.
Very true, yeah. He lived a long life with, lasting impressions, so.
Absolutely. But kind of continuing on with the Star Wars theme here and actors that have passed away that were in Star Wars. Peter Cushing, right? They brought him back to life, basically, using a deep fake technology, but not a deep fake, but just CGI basically in Rogue One, right?
Okay, yep.
Apparently, Disney is officially now going to trial over that for using his image in Rogue One,
Okay.
because they didn't necessarily have the rights to do that.
Okay.
Which makes sense. It's like one of those things where that's an actual human being, and if you don't get the okay from their family or their estate or whomever, you shouldn't have rights to their likeness, which is the whole
Exactly.
debate with AI and like the whole thing that we were talking about months ago when everybody was on strike because they didn't want to have to give up the rights to their image for companies to be able to basically take them and plop them in any movie using AI or whatever for any of that kind of stuff.
Right.
And so now it seems like Disney is basically going to be going to court for using his image.
Okay. Well, I guess it sucks that it's come to that, but I'm glad. I guess I shouldn't say I'm glad, but
Before you go too far there,
yeah.
the people that are bringing up this case against him or against Disney is Tyburn Film Productions,
Okay.
which claims that it entered an agreement with Cushing shortly before his death that prevented the reproduction of his appearance through special effects without its consent.
Oh, so he made a deal then.
Supposedly.
Okay. And then Disney just was all like, whatever. We're just going to do it anyway.
Basically.
Okay.
And then, so basically, what Disney is saying is that they did not believe permission to recreate Cushing's image was required under the terms of his contract for A New Hope. They later entered an agreement with the executors of Cushing's estate, which saw permission to use his image granted in return for a fee. So basically, I do have to kind of take back some things that I had said, because it does seem like they actually talked to his estate and came to an agreement to use his image for a fee.
Okay.
And then it sounds like Deputy High Court Judge dismissed the appeal that Disney had put in because they said that they had, his permission, the contract and permission from his estate, stating that the case should go to trial. So apparently it's going to trial. So we do have that.
And everybody just be happy.
All I can think of is Huey pieces it for breakfast.
You're right.
That's all I can think of. So going on to our next story here, Happy Gilmore 2 has officially started production.
Nice.
So it's not filming yet. It's just in production, which means they're getting everything ready, scouting locations, getting all the actors and everything ready to go. Yeah, it is officially in production. It's got the green light. It's good to go.
Nice. So this one's going to Netflix, right? As far as we don't know quite yet, but I'm gonna assume more than likely.
I think so.
Okay. Since Adam Sandler's kind of gone off the theater wagon and more so Netflix.
Just a little bit. We'll have to see, though.
Well, maybe if movies like Jack and Jill. Sorry, Adam.
What are you talking about? You know what I realized, though?
What?
If you're not careful, if you're trying to do a Little Nicky impersonation, you got to be careful because it might turn into Jennifer Coolidge. And if you're doing a Jennifer Coolidge, you got to be careful because it might turn into Little Nicky. What are you doing? I'm Jennifer Coolidge.
That's so true. So true. Like the 4th of July. I want a hot dog real big.
You gotta have kind of the really nasally, but just exhale everything really fast. I was just thinking, what if instead of Reese Witherspoon, it was Jennifer Coolidge playing Little Nicky's mom?
That'd be great. Oh, that'd be so good.
Yeah, so we have that coming in. Another thing that we have coming in is apparently the Masters of the Universe movie has found their Evil Lynn in Allison Brie.
She's so sweet looking.
I mean, you say that now.
I mean, the most sweet can be the most evil, though. So,
I mean, look at me.
Yeah, there you go. That's the perfect example.
So I don't know. I don't think we have a Skeletor yet.
I don't think so. Do we even have a He-Man right now?
Yeah. And I remember talking about.
Wait, I do remember us talking about, but I don't know if we have a Skeletor yet, and I don't even remember who he.
Nicholas Galitzine,
Okay.
who was in. Oh, that's right. It was Jeff from Bottoms, the prince from the 2021 Cinderella movie,
Okay.
and then Prince Henry from Red, White, and Royal Blue, which I think was an Amazon. Yeah, I see Amazon's logo there.
Okay.
Yeah. So kind of somebody who's not like a big name yet, but has been in a few different things now. And then so yeah, we have him, and then we have Allison Brie as Evelyn.
I believe it's Evelyn, but it could be Evelyn.
Yeah,
It's been.
I think that's kind of the that's the joke. It's
Yeah.
Evelyn, but it's Evelyn.
Yeah.
And then Camila Mendez is Tila,
Okay.
but that's all we have. And then Travis Knight is directing.
Oh, I'm directing. Oh, Travis Knight. Yeah.
Yeah, you're Travis Day.
Yep.
Yeah, we have. So, like I said, we have Travis Knight, which is probably the perfect time frame for Riddick. 'Cause
Oh,
he can't go,
yeah, because
can't go in the sun.
I gotcha.
You follow that segue right there.
So stupid.
Yeah, I know.
It was good though.
So we have some news for the new Riddick movie that's coming out.
Okay.
That apparently it is very close to or has started filming. Basically, Vin Diesel has sent out some behind-the-scenes photos from the set.
Okay.
So it's I don't know. I never really followed this franchise.
Okay.
Did you watch any of the movies?
I've seen Pitch Black. I've seen at least one or two is. So I guess somewhat shrug shoulders.
So I mean, basically, there was Pitch Black.
Mm-hmm.
There was Chronicles of Riddick.
Yep.
There was Riddick, and then there was the short animated film Chronicles of Riddick: Dark Fury,
Right.
and that's it. And now we have Riddick Furia,
Okay.
Furya.
They really had to work on to try not have it be like Furiosa.
Okay, so or the new Riddick movie. Basically, it looks like instead of being kind of like the Chronicles of Riddick, it'll go back to kind of like the Pitch Black kind of movie.
Okay. Because if I remember correctly, Pitch Black that one was rated R. And then they did Chronicles of Riddick. That one was PG-13. And then they're like, oh, let's reboot the franchise and let's do Riddick. When that one was their claim to come back to rated R. And that one, I remember when that one came out.
Mm-hmm.
And that one was deep. And then they've had like a video game because there was like Escape from Butcher Bay. And then that animated one that you were talking.
Gotcha.
Okay.
So I'm kind of looking at one other thing here quick.
But I wonder if family can save him.
So, sorry, I just kind of before we segue into the next one. The director of Riddick is back to direct it.
Oh, okay.
David Twohy, Twohy.
Dewey?
But yeah, going from Riddick to nobody in particular. Nobody 2. So weird.
Crazy.
Has apparently also started filming.
Good old Bob Odenkirk.
Mm-hmm.
And Christopher Lloyd.
Mm-hmm. And
Lloyd, and I don't remember off the top of my head right now.
well, our lovable Sheriff Woody has joined in as a corrupt sheriff.
Tom Hanks?
Tom Hanks is signed on to Nobody 2 as a corrupt sheriff.
Whatever.
Or sorry, no, Colin Hanks. Colin Hanks.
Okay.
My apologies. I totally read that wrong. Colin Hanks is the corrupt sheriff. He's got that nepotism, so he thinks he owns the world. So instead of being a good sheriff, he's a corrupt sheriff.
Okay. I was like, wait, Tom...
I thought I remembered something about Hanks, and then I just remembered the wrong Hanks.
like Tom Hanks just had a heel turn.
Right.
Wow, okay. Him getting COVID a few years ago, you really changed him.
But yeah, Connie Nielsen, Christopher Lloyd, Bob Odenkirk, Sharon Stone, Colin Hanks.
I forgot the Sharon's. Okay.
So, yeah, that one has started filming now.
Cool.
We'll have to see how far this film runs.
Nice.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Speaking of Running Man, which is the remake that is going to star Glenn Powell and I believe is Edgar Wright.
Okay.
Writing and directing, or directing and co-writing. That one is basically greenlit for a November production start. So it's going to start production in November. I think they're just kind of getting all the money in order and everything. So contracts and everything like that.
Sure.
And then in November, which is 2 short months from now, they'll start production.
Nice.
So, I mean, Glenn Powell, he's so hot right now.
Yeah, he is.
Let's see his blue steel. The files are in the computer.
Yeah. Wow.
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 Okay, hold on. Sorry. So we do have that coming in with starting production November.
Nice.
Yep. We'll have to see if they are able to keep all of the paparazzi and reporters blinded to what they're filming. Speaking of, we've talked about this movie before. Speaking of blinding, Peaky Blinders, the movie that we've kind of talked about based off the TV show. Apparently, they've added a new cast member,
Ooh, who's that?
Barry Kagan.
The Joker.
Sure, let's go with that. No, Barry Kagan from, well, I mean, he was in like stuff like Dunkirk and that kind of thing. Joker in Batman. Sorry, Unseen Arkham Prisoner, The Batman, which, funnily enough, Cillian Murphy, who's also in Peaky Blinders, was also in Batman, just not this Batman.
Right.
He was in the Christian Bale. I'm Batman.
Rachel.
Rachel. Batman. Yeah, Peaky Blinders with Barry Kagan. Should be fun.
Indeed.
Going on to our next piece of movie news is something that I'm sure you are excited about, Travis.
Yeah.
Another movie has started filming, and that is Predator Badlands. This is the new movie coming from Dan Trachtenberg. The new Predator movie coming from Dan Trachtenberg.
Ooh.
That is currently filming in New Zealand.
Nice.
Yeah, so basically, like there's some stuff in there. I didn't read it too much, but I think Predator Badlands was announced along with Prey 2 back in February, with Dan Trachtenberg returning to direct. He'll be developing the story with Patrick Asen, who was also writing the screenplay.
Okay.
And then this film will be set in the future.
Interesting. Says that this one's set in the future.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So in June, it was reported that Elle Fanning was in talks for the lead role. I don't know if that actually happened or not. I don't remember seeing anything for that.
Okay.
But yeah, as of now, they're filming.
Cool. Well, I really enjoyed Prey, so...
So we do have Prey 2 coming as well.
Oh, we do? Okay.
Yes. So it's Prey 2 and Predator Badlands.
Nice. Okay. Well, a double whammy, basically.
That's what it's sounding like, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because Predator Badlands was announced along with Prey 2 back in February.
Okay.
So yeah, that should be fun, right?
Well, then also, too, and now, I mean, to get into the same, I guess, within the same universe, but they announced that new Alien show, too, where it's set on
Really?
Yeah, that's coming on, I think it's on FX, either this winter or early spring
Interesting.
next year.
Interesting. Very nice. Well, I mean, we'll have to see if it's coming from Paramount or not.
I guess we'll have to see, yeah.
Speaking of Paramount, we kind of talked about this before, how the David Ellison was basically kind of leveraging a buyout of Paramount.
Mm-hmm.
And it does look like Larry Ellison, who is his dad, and the mega billionaire founder of Oracle, will be the majority shareholder of National Amusements Inc., which is the company that controls Paramount Global.
Okay.
So as of right now, if everything goes through, he'll own basically 77.5% of that company.
Wow.
Yeah. We'll have to see how that all goes. And
That's
then
a good majority of the goo.
just a little bit.
Wow.
And then the rest of it will be owned by Jerry Cardinal,
Okay.
who is, I think we talked about them before. Basically, he's part of the private equity firm Redbird Capital Partners, which was teaming with them to buy Paramount.
Okay.
So we'll have to see how that all goes. But yeah, basically, the guy who founded Oracle is getting into show business
Woo.
officially now. I think David Ellison has been doing some stuff with show business before.
Yeah.
Is what we were talking about. But yeah, now Larry Ellison is officially getting involved.
He's dipping his toes in, I guess you could say.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah. I like it.
We'll see if he can do whatever a mega billionaire can. Kind of like Spider-Man.
Hey, there you go.
Spider-Man does whatever a spider can. Dee-ba-doo, dee-ba-doo. Speaking of Spider-Man, we have some news of a possible director for Spider-Man 4.
Okay.
Destin Daniel Cretton,
Okay.
who has already done a Marvel movie.
Ooh.
and that Marvel movie was Shang-Chi.
Shang-Chi and the Legend of the...
Indeed. And as far as I know, he's still doing the sequel.
I believe so, yeah.
So at least last I heard he was. I don't know if that is still the case or not.
Okay.
But yeah, he did Shang-Chi, and he is now apparently in talks to do the Spider-Man 4 movie for Sony and Marvel. It should be interesting.
Most definitely. I really like Shang-Chi.
I do too, yeah.
Yeah,
And I kind of want to see the sequel.
I do too.
I thought it was really cool that they brought the guy that played the landlord in Kung Fu Hustle.
Mm-hmm.
That was cool.
Yes. Kung Fu Hustle is such an underrated movie.
Over here, yeah.
Well, yeah, over in China it's huge, or in Japan, wherever.
So we'll have to see how this all goes.
Cool.
It should be interesting. Destin Daniel Cretton was on board to direct Avengers: The Kang Dynasty, but then dropped off last year when the project was kind of changing production schedules and evolving, following all of Jonathan Majors' stuff.
Oh, I wonder what happened with that.
So weird.
Yeah, weird.
So he kind of dropped off that movie from there, but now he had stayed on with the Shang-Chi sequel, and now it seems like he is joined with Sony as well for the new Spider-Man number 4.
Nice. Okay.
So we'll have to see how that all goes. And he's also directing a live action adaptation of Naruto.
Okay. All right.
Just to throw that in there too. Why not?
Sweet.
So we'll have to see how that all goes.
That's just one anime I've not really gotten into, but I know a lot of people have. So
Yes,
yeah.
definitely.
I know of it. Am I well versed? No, but
Mm-hmm.
I know of it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I guess we'll see how that all goes. But I guess kind of sticking in the same vein of comic book movies,
Mm-hmm.
Morena Baccarin.
Ooh. Okay.
So from most recently, the Deadpool movies,
Right.
has apparently joined in on Dave Bautista's Wrecking Crew.
Nice. Okay.
So that's the one that has Dave Bautista, Jason Momoa,
Mm-hmm.
and then Anel Manuel Soto
Okay.
is directing it, who directed Blue Beetle.
Mm-hmm.
But Morena Baccarin has joined on.
Oh, Vanessa.
Mm-hmm. And then, that's right. Jacob Batalon is in this as well, along with Stephen Root.
Okay.
So basically, Jason Momoa is going to be that loose cannon cop, and then the disciplined Navy SEAL will be Dave Bautista,
Mm-hmm.
and then they're half brothers,
Gotcha. Okay.
and all of these shenanigans that happen from there. And then
Nice.
Morena Baccarin will play Jason Momoa's girlfriend, who is growing increasingly frustrated by his antics.
Okay.
Should be interesting.
Very interesting. I like it.
Fantastic.
Should be most foul. Well, hopefully not most foul.
I think one of them will get their vengeance.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of vengeance most foul, Wallace and Gromit, vengeance most foul. This is the one that we've talked about before.
Mm-hmm.
Where why can I not remember the name? So this one is the one that has Feathers McGraw returning.
Nice.
Apparently, it is going to be debuting at the AFI Fest.
Okay.
And that will be October 23rd through the 27th.
Okay.
So it will apparently open the film festival on Wednesday, October 23rd.
Nice. Wallace and Gromit.
I think is what it's saying. It'll take place sometime around then.
Mhm.
Let's just put it that way.
Okay.
But yeah, a new Wallace and Gromit coming in from Aardman Studios. Should be fun.
I like it.
Very nice. Alrighty, that does bring us to the end of our movie news. Travis, do you have anything you want to say about any of our movie news?
I've got nothing, man.
All right, that brings us to our trailers here today. The first trailer that we have is the new Minecraft trailer. Speaking of Jason Momoa,
Mm-hmm. Momoa.
I want to hear your thoughts on this trailer.
Okay. It looks very CG heavy, which I mean that makes sense. I guess my only issue with it is Jack Black was the last person I wanted to see after that train wreck of Borderlands. And I guess I just can't picture Jack Black as Steve.
Yeah.
even though I'm not well versed into Minecraft lore or anything like that. But when I think of Minecraft, I don't picture Jack Black as Steve. But
Right. Do you picture Jason Momoa with that hair?
him with the hair, yes. With that outfit, no.
Yeah.
Like him in Fast and the Furious,
Mm-hmm.
it makes sense. But just him natural like that, no. But maybe he is. Maybe I just don't know.
I mean, is he coming from the 80s or something?
It almost seems like it.
Right?
Like he's ready to go clubbing or something.
I don't know.
He's
So, my thing is that, yeah, it does absolutely seem very, very CGI, but at the same time, they definitely had, like, physical stuff.
They did, yes.
Because, like, well, I mean, like, I remember seeing pictures during production, they had literally a tree that looked like a Minecraft tree just sitting out, laying down on the ground somewhere outside.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, I really didn't see any of that in the trailer. It was like, it was just all CG.
Mm-hmm.
And it I don't know. I like the game. I do. It's very calming, relaxing. It's fun. I enjoy it. But I don't know. I can't see it with the movie. I really can't.
Okay. Well, maybe we'll have to see more once they release more trailers and
Yeah.
stuff to see if there's more plot.
Yeah, most definitely. We'll have to see how that all goes.
Because I'm going to assume that, like, the Minecraft world is in danger of some sort.
Probably. You're probably right.
Yeah.
Because I believe that none of those pig creatures should exist in the overworld, which is where they're at.
Mm-hmm.
They are only supposed to exist in the netherworld, as far as I know, unless they somehow go through another portal and then come into this the overworld kind of thing. I don't know. It's yeah. We'll have to see what comes in from another trailer.
Most definitely.
But that brings us to our next trailer, which is the trailer for Will and Harper. This one is basically a documentary. It's coming in from Will Ferrell,
Mm-hmm.
and then his friend Harper, who was a writer on SNL, hired at the exact same time as Will,
Yep.
and so they became fast friends. Before basically Harper came out as a trans woman, and now they're going on a cross country tour with each other to basically kind of have Will ask whatever questions he needs to see if they are still friends after a road trip.
Yeah, exactly. Like, it's just those two trying to figure out if they're... Well, obviously, they're still friends, but, like, still...
What the new friendship relationship is going to be.
Exactly, right.
Yeah. No, I mean, it's definitely Will Ferrell.
Oh, most definitely, yes.
It's Will Ferrell being Will Ferrell.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, there's a lot of good laughs, but it also seems like it's going to be very kind of, I wouldn't say like deep, but very emotional.
Oh, most definitely.
It will be a very emotional journey kind of thing. But it's Will Ferrell kind of bringing in the laughs to go along with it as well, and kind of navigating this whole thing with each other.
Yeah, and it also seems like it's done tastefully.
Right.
It's not done with that malicious intent to kind of like make fun of the situation.
Right.
It's there to bring light to both sides of her coming out, and then also Will's side of it, of him being there, and
exactly
finding out that like, oh, my best friend for so long was a guy, and like, oh, now he's a she.
Yeah, so we'll have to see how that all goes.
Yeah, most definitely. Should be good though.
Brings us to our next trailer, which is All You, Travis.
If you would just watch one horror movie, you know that?
No, thank you.
But this trailer is for Wolfman, and it is is it from Universal? I couldn't tell.
I don't think so. No, it's Blumhouse.
Blumhouse, okay.
Yeah, because it's also the director of The Invisible Man.
That's right. So they are I couldn't tell who was playing who in this movie.
So basically it seems like the dad is the Wolfman,
Yeah.
but not necessarily at the beginning of the movie.
Mm-hmm.
So some people were speculating that the dad gets bit by the Wolfman and then becomes the Wolfman and the other one dies or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's just kind of the family trying to survive the dad.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not sure.
I guess that kind of makes sense. I could see that being the movie.
So Christopher Abbott, who was Alfie in Poor Things, if you remember Alfie.
Okay.
And then he was Will in It Comes at Night. So I think he was that the dad in It Comes at Night?
I think so.
No, Joel Edgerton was the dad.
Okay.
That's right. Yeah, whoever Will was in It Comes at Night.
Mm-hmm.
That is now, I believe, the dad in Wolfman.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But all I'm hoping is that this movie is better than the one that released, a decade or so ago with Benicio del Toro and Anthony Hopkins. That movie was terrible, which was Universal.
Yes. You ready? You ready for this?
Yes.
February 12th, 2010.
Okay.
14 and a half years ago, almost 15 years ago.
Wow.
Which, speaking of, we're actually coming up on the 25th anniversary of The Matrix, and I believe it will be coming back to some theaters.
It will
so
be, yeah.
Keep an eye out for that. I don't have the news story for that, but just keep an eye out for that.
Yeah.
25th anniversary of The Matrix. Go see it in theaters.
I remember going to go see that in theaters. That was awesome.
I remember seeing that in a theater.
Yeah, right before the pandemic.
Yeah, right before the pandemic.
Like right before the pandemic.
Yep.
That was at Willow, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
You and Alan?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay.
So we had all of that there. Wolfman coming in.
Mm-hmm.
Should be interesting.
Super excited. I don't know why I Borated there, but oh well, whatever.
Very nice.
That nice.
Which I guess brings us to me being very confused with that and with our next trailer, which is the trailer for Megalopolis. So I did not see the trailer that got pulled. I did not have a chance to see that before it got pulled.
I didn't watch it either, yeah.
This new trailer that they just released still has me super confused.
Yeah, I still don't know what's going on.
So if I'm piecing it together correctly, basically there's like two humanities kind of running. Mm-hmm. There's, the one humanity that is like super rich, or one class of people that it's like super rich, just living their life. They're the ones that go into like the Colosseum kind of stage and have like the chariot races and stuff like that. And, have the huge buildings and whatever. And then there's the rest of society that is just has nothing, basically. Mm-hmm. And then Adam Driver is trying to run for some political office or something, maybe. I don't know. But is trying to basically says, when somebody tells him there are people that have needs right now, he's like, forget the needs of now. Think of the wants of the future, basically, which is kind of garbage advice.
Right.
I have no strong feelings on that subject. So I don't know. This trailer has me very confused, and we have to figure, I don't know how the time stopping and rewinding and doing all of that is going to come into play, because there was a lot of that in the trailer.
Yeah, there was.
And then, just kind of like the over exuberance of, one part of society versus like just the rest of society just struggling to get by kind of thing. Mm-hmm. And, the one branch of humanity that is coming to a dead end, as Adam Driver says.
Right.
So I don't know. We'll have to see.
Most definitely. It seems very much out there.
Very much so, yes.
Which, I mean, Francis Ford Coppola, his movies can be kind of out there but I guess we'll just have to find out.
Oh, absolutely.
Once it comes out, I mean, I think at the end of September, something like that.
I think so.
So we only have a few more weeks.
Something like that, yeah. September 27th.
Okay.
So a couple more weeks.
Cool.
We'll have to see how it all goes. Sweet. I'm just trying to think here. Jack.
Oh, with Robin Williams. It's a good movie.
That was directed by Francis Ford Coppola.
It's a weird movie, but it's a good movie.
Who did? Okay. For some reason, I was thinking that he had possibly done Dick Tracy, but that was Warren Beatty. My bad. All right. Next trailer that we have is another weird one. This one is the trailer for Night Bitch, which is starring Amy Adams. Not in any sort of role that we've seen her in before.
Yeah, no. I had no idea what to expect with a movie title like this.
Right?
And I was pleasantly surprised.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's this woman is just swamped with her life in general, with her job, her kids, her
Lack of job.
lack of job, and and then so she is slowly turning into a dog
At night.
at night.
So she is a night female dog.
Yup. So she's slowly turning into a dog at night. Which, does that make her a superhero then? Is that why she's calling her Night Bitch?
I don't know. I have no idea.
I guess we'll find out more once
Yeah.
it gets out and
Yeah.
more trailers and stuff, but
Do you want to know her character's name?
I do.
You ready for this?
Yeah.
Mother. You want to know Scoot McNairy's name?
Father,
Husband.
husband,
Carrie O'Malley is Mother's mother.
mother's mother,
Yeah.
child, child.
Right. And yeah, so somebody had basically put in there, if you have a movie and Scoot McNairy is playing the straight man on the one side of the dialogue, then you know that it's going to be a crazy movie.
Mm-hmm.
But we're actually going to be talking about Scoot McNairy here in a little bit.
Sure are.
So, yeah, this trailer is just like, it's crazy.
Yeah.
We'll have to see if there's any twists in it.
Oh, I'm sure there will be. Or like if she's gonna like stay a dog forever, sort of situation, or who knows.
Getting into their more animalistic kind of things.
Mm-hmm. We'll find out, but I think it looks really good, honestly.
It looks interesting.
Yeah.
Speaking of twists, though, Caddo Lake is the next teaser that we have, and this is being produced by M. Night Shyamalan.
Mm-hmm.
And it has Dylan O'Brien in it.
Maze Runner.
Exactly. This one looks very interesting as well.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, this family is in a swamp, like working or something like that, and Dylan O'Brien has his daughter, I think, out there or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
She goes missing. They go and try to find her, and he goes into one part of the swamp and immediately gets hit with like memories that he had completely repressed of younger days of something else happening there.
Yeah.
And it is, well, here, let me just read this here. When an 8-year-old girl disappears on Caddo Lake, a series of past deaths and disappearances begin to link together, altering a broken family's history. So apparently it's a lake, but it looks like Louisiana swamp,
Interesting. Okay.
right? That's what it kind of looked like in the trailer.
Mm-hmm.
But they're calling it a lake, so.
Well, they're liars. No.
But like we were saying, it has Dylan O'Brien in it from, if you ever watched Maze Runner, you know Dylan O'Brien.
Yes.
Or Teen Wolf.
Or yeah, Teen Wolf. I forgot about that one too.
And then he's also Dan Aykroyd in Saturday Night coming out.
Oh yeah.
So I completely forgot about that.
Yeah.
So that's something to kind of watch for too. But this trailer was very, very non-informational.
Mm-hmm.
But it is just a teaser.
Right. Yeah. It's just kind of to show you a little bit of what's going on and to get you hyped for it.
Exactly.
Like, oh, I kind of want to watch that.
Exactly. But that does bring us to our last trailer of the night. And that is the trailer for Sonic the Hedgehog 3.
Mm-hmm.
You got this one, man?
So I thought this trailer was just okay until Jim Carrey shows up.
I mean, with the entire Sonic franchise, I mean, that's kind of the case.
Pretty much, yeah. Because Jim Carrey he's always the best part about it.
Right.
A lot of it. And this trailer, he's not in a lot of it until like the last few minutes or like the last minute or so.
Right.
And that's the best minute of the trailer.
Very nice.
Just rips off that guy.
I don't have any more material.
Yep.
I don't have any more room. Here you go.
Here
Now you do.
Yep.
And then we did get a split screen. Jim Carrey.
Sure did.
where he also plays his father.
Faja.
Papa.
Ha ha ha.
Sonic the Hedgehog 3. We also get to hear Shadow's voice, voiced by the one and only.
Who was it? I couldn't even tell.
Whoa.
It's Keanu?
It is.
Okay.
Yeah, so we have Ben Schwartz coming back as Sonic, Colleen O'Shaughnessy coming back as Tails, Idris Elba coming back as Knuckles, and then Keanu Reeves joining as Shadow.
James Marsden. Sonic's dad.
Tom Wachowski.
Wachowski.
So Jim Carrey is playing Dr. Robotnik as usual, but he's also playing Gerald Robotnik,
Okay.
which is like an actual like canon character as Dr. Robotnik's Faja.
Nice.
Murder?
Furter?
Faja. Father. Father.
Speak freaky deaky Dutch. The Dutch bastard.
So we should have some fun with this one as it comes in.
I hope so. Because 2 is kind of lackluster for me. I thought it was just okay. First one was the best.
Okay.
But I'm excited for this one. Hopefully this one exceeds my expectations.
Sweet.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that does bring us to the movies that are premiering this week.
Woo!
But before we do that, make sure you visit us at Facebook, facebook.com/moviesaurething, or on Twitter and Instagram at moviesaurething, no spaces, dashes, slashes, anything like that, at moviesaurething. Come on by and say hi. But that brings us to our first movie for this week, and that is Speak No Evil. This one is rated R and will be in theaters. When an American family is invited to spend the weekend at the idyllic country estate of a charming British family they befriended on vacation, what begins as a dream holiday soon warps into a snarled psychological nightmare. IMDb, Rotten Tomatoes, Metacritic did not have a score for this one.
So this is the one with James McAvoy, right?
And Scoot McNairy.
Okay.
Yes, that is the one where James McAvoy is letting out his inner psycho.
Right? Yeah. You schizophrenic psycho. Yeah.
I was going to say he's not an American psycho.
Yeah, no.
He's an English psycho.
The worst kind.
So,
I'm gonna have a spot of tea before I kill you. Yum, yum.
So yeah, James McAvoy, Mackenzie Davis, Scoot McNairy are all in this here. And then Scoot McNairy plays the dad. Mackenzie Davis plays the mom of the American family that goes to visit James McAvoy and Aisling Francois. I don't know if I'm probably completely mispronouncing that last name, and I do apologize. And then basically there's, if you haven't watched the trailer for it, I would suggest going to watch the trailer for it. I don't think it gives away anything.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
From what I remember seeing in the trailer, I don't think it gives anything away.
Yeah.
So it very much seems like a you movie, Travis. So,
I do plan on watching this one. It does look good. I just don't know what. Well, I don't want to know what's going on, because if I know what's going on, then I wouldn't watch it. But I just wonder what James McAvoy is doing, and what the whole situation is about him being there, and like why he's there, and with the family and all this and that, because there's got to be a reason. There is a reason, we just don't know it yet. So I'm intrigued to find out.
very interesting.
Yeah.
All right, but that does bring us to our next movie, and that is The Killer's Game. This one is rated R and will be in theaters. Top hitman Joe Flood is diagnosed with a terminal illness, and he decides to take matters into his own hands by taking a hit out on himself. But when the very hitmen he hired also target his ex-girlfriend, he must fend off an army of assassins, colleagues, and win back the love of his life before it's too late. IMDb, Rotten Tomatoes, Metacritic did not have a score for this one. I mean, this one looks pretty funny.
This one looks okay.
Wow.
And I like Dave Bautista. It's got a great cast.
It does.
It's got it's just a hodgepodge of everybody and everybody of Hollywood.
Yeah. Do you want me to kind of go?
Well, yeah. It's
So
if you want to name everybody, you go for it.
not everybody. I'm just going to go through a couple of them here. But Sophia Boutella,
Okay.
Dave Bautista, obviously, Palm Clementine. So Drax and Mantis, joining back in together
Yeah.
on another movie. Scott Adkins, Ben Kingsley, Terry Crews, Drew McIntyre, who is
Rest.
yeah. What's his stage name?
Drew McIntyre.
Oh, it's just Drew McIntyre.
Yeah.
I thought he had a different name.
Well, I mean, he goes by the Scottish Psycho, but
Oh, there you go. Marco Zaror, familiar? Why does that? He was Zaror in Machete Kills back in 2013.
nice.
He was in Alita as Ajakudi, and then he was Chidi in John Wick Chapter 4,
Okay.
and now he's in this one. Yeah, just a few people.
It just reminds me of something that I would like watch on Netflix. But like nothing against it or anything like that. It just seems
More for streaming than theaters.
yeah, like I don't know, like it's not because it's low budget or anything like that. It's just for some reason when there's a big ensemble cast like that, they always seem to put it on streaming stuff like that. I don't know if it's just to get a broader audience, just to get more eyes on it or something like that, that I would just think that would work out better for it. I don't know what they're thinking or what their logic is with this, but hopefully it does well in theaters.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm totally wrong about it. And it's like #1 over the weekend.
It'll be interesting to see. But yeah, it looks very, just kind of have the trailer playing in the background here for myself.
Yeah.
It does look very, gory.
Mm-hmm.
Like, does not shy away.
Right.
Like, basically, in the trailer here, it did show, them having like, kind of like, it looks like yin yang, but it splits apart and then it's knives.
Mm-hmm.
And it showed him throwing it and it lodging in somebody's face.
Oh.
And then they just showed another one where he put the knife in the neck and then pushed it forward out the front of the neck. And the camera was facing the front of the person.
Mm-hmm.
And it showed that. So yeah, it looks very gnarly. Let's go with that. Let's go with gnarly.
So your imagination will run wild.
Oh no, they're showing you everything, so your imagination will not run wild.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Okay, you'll be able to see everything.
It'll be a very hard R, I believe. But so be careful with bringing any kiddos to this one because like I said, Drax and Mantis are in it, but just not as Drax and Mantis.
Okay.
But that does bring us to our last movie. Speaking of Marvel,
I am Gamora.
our last movie for this week is Transformers 1. This one will be rated PG and will be in theaters. Transformers 1 is the untold origin story of Optimus Prime and Megatron, better known as sworn enemies, but once were friends bonded like brothers who changed the fate of Cybertron forever. IMDb, Rotten Tomatoes, Metacritic did not have a score for this one. And the reason I said Marvel is because Chris Hemsworth is in this, and so is Brian Tyree Henry.
Yes.
And they are Optimus Prime and Megatron, respectively.
Mm-hmm. I am super excited to watch this. As you know, I do like the Transformers movies.
Mm-hmm.
All of them. I mean, they might not always all be good, but they all have their good qualities and their bad.
Mm-hmm.
An all animated one would be good to see because I mean, we've seen live action, and it'd be good to see what they can do with an animated.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I guess not animated, but more so like CG computer
Animated.
computer animated motion picture.
Without being any live action kind of stuff.
Exactly right.
Speaking of Marvel, though,
Mm-hmm.
I totally forgot. Scarlett Johansson is in this one as well.
Yeah, she's one of the girl robots. Yeah.
Alita 1,
Yes.
apparently. So, yeah, I mean, okay.
It'll be a good one for the kids.
Absolutely. It'll be a good family movie to come see, especially since you probably won't be coming to see Speak No Evil or The Killer's Game with the family.
Yeah, I wouldn't think they would. So I'm sure the kids will be like, no, let's go see Transformers.
What do you want to see, a horror movie or Transformers?
Transformers.
There you go. I am Optimus Prime.
Later, Autobots.
Autobots, roll out. So we do have that coming in this week.
Mm-hmm.
Should be fun.
Most definite.
But that is the end of our movies.
Mm-hmm.
Travis,
Yes, sir.
I need a list.
Okay. I need to refer. So, this might surprise you. So, I'm going to go Transformers 1
Mm-hmm.
as my first one.
Mm-hmm.
Two would be. Two would be Killer's Game.
Really?
Yeah. And 3 would be Speak No Evil.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
See, when we were talking about them, I kind of figured Transformers 1 was going to be number one for the weekend.
Mm-hmm.
But you did surprise me
I did, yeah.
with how much you were ragging on Killer's Game.
Yeah. It's like I do want to see Killer's Game. I want to see I want to see for myself.
Okay. I gotcha.
Yeah.
Very nice.
That nice.
All right. Well, before we kind of get into the end of the stuff here, just kind of a note for everybody listening. Our schedule is going to be a little bit strange moving forward for the next little bit here. Basically, we are going to be moving to between every other week to every month, possibly, or every 2 weeks or something like that.
Yeah.
We'll get it all figured out, but we do have that kind of coming in just as a heads up for everybody. If we can swing, like a couple weeks in a row, we'll try that. But for the most part, there will be more of a break in between each episode for the foreseeable future. Just as a heads up for everybody. But that being said, Travis, do you have anything else you want to say about any of the movies, any of the movie news, anything else?
I've got nothing, man.
All right. Well, in that case, make sure you visit us at Facebook. We're facebook.com/moviesotherthing, or on Twitter, Instagram at moviesotherthing, no spaces, dash, slash, anything like that, moviesotherthing. We also have a Patreon, patreon.com/movies are a thing. If you want to help support the podcast, we do have that over there. I ran out of breath.
I do have one thing.
You do have one thing.
Thank you, St. Michael Cinema.
Thank you, St. Michael Cinema, for for sponsoring the podcast.
Yes.
Really do appreciate having the space to record here.
Yes.
It is great. Thank you. Other than that, Travis,
Yes, sir.
do you have anything else you want to say?
No, I've got nothing else.
Well, then I do believe it is about that time.
Here it comes. Very demure.
Cue the mindful outro. Thank you for listening to Movies Are a Thing. Be sure to tune in next week for more movies and tangents with us. Trading places.
Right?
And I mean, he's had quite yeah.
Trading Places.
Or not? Is it Coming to America?
Yeah,
My apologies.
Coming to America.
I was thinking the other one. Sorry.
No, you're good.
I mean, it's furry.
Furiosa.
Furiosa, not Furiosa.
Saw, you twit.
I wonder if they're gonna get killed. Oh, worse,
Expelled.
Jinx, you owe me a soda.
Yep. Joke's on you. You can go downstairs.
Did your mama go upstairs? Jessie.
Jesse.
I always knew I liked her. Good movie. Sorry.
Ew, gross.
So I had to move it away from me.
I did not like my own brand.
Just
gonna clear that out.
clear that out a little bit. So
Nice.
ugh, yeah, juicy. And then let me see if I can find. Gross. I don't want to make an account. Oh, that's because I hit the wrong button. That's the button I want. There are two types of people: those intolerant of other people's cultures, and the Dutch. Time. So
It's good stuff.
it is.
I wanted to do more than that, but that's all right. I couldn't get any more out. Very demure, very mindful.
Wearing a seatbelt. Very demure. Very mindful. It was painful. Painful, I tell you. Painful to see.
That's funny, though.
Yeah, sure. Let's go with funny.
Well, at least you know that they have a sense of humor.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I was looking at I was watching something, and do you remember the guy that did I'm a Snake?
Yes.
Apparently, he was also the guy behind the Wendy's account when that was huge.
Oh, really?
Apparently,
I'm a snag.
I'm a Snake.
So he was the one typing out all those clever comebacks.
Mm-hmm. Let me see if I can find. Yeah, Matt Keck, also known as the Wendy's Twitter guy, was the primary person behind the Wendy's Twitter account for almost 11 years. He was creative director on the account, but he wasn't the only person who worked it. And then Matt Keck is also, I'm a snack. I'm a snicket snack.
Oh, wow. I'm a snag.
Snack.
I'm a snag.
Actually, let me see something here.
Is the 14-year anniversary of So, a lot of people ask me if I was drunk when I got to know your meme because I totally forgot that today is the 14-year anniversary of I'm a Snack. There's the OG hat sitting behind my desk here. For anyone who's curious about an update of what happened to the weirdo in the snake hat. I'm right here. I ran the Wendy's Twitter account for a little over 10 years, and now I have a new job writing, and I still do stand-up, and I like making funny, stupid videos. So, thanks for 14 years of ridiculousness, and I just hope everyone keeps on slithering in the garden, catching you a mouse. Got to know your meme because I totally...
Yeah, somebody was like,
In the garden.
somebody was like, Untinged Wendy's was you? Learning you're the one behind the Wendy's Twitter account feels like uncovering one of life's greatest mysteries.
I think that one surprises me the most.
Yeah, no, most definitely. I'm a snack. I'm a snicket snack. Hold on.
Holding.
Holding. Holding. Rachel. Hold on. Rachel.
Snag. I'm a snag. I'm a snag. I'm a snag. I'm a slithery little sneaky snag. I'm so slithery and sneaky because I'm a snag. Slithering in your garden, catching me a mouse. Snag. I'm a snag. Look into my eyes, Jungle Book. Look into my mogul, look in my eyes. I'm a slithery hypnotist snag. I'm hypnotizing the Indian boy, so you can, I don't know, turn on that panther and join the snag. Cause I'm a snag.
I'm a snack.
I'm a slither. Look at my tongue.
Okay.
Gosh.
I'm a snack. I'm a snack.
Negathna.
All right, I should probably stop the recording, huh?
Sure.
Stop. That's right, comrade.
That's right.
Yes, I am Russian.
Yes.
Yes, I am also a Spaniard. That's not what your mother said last night, Trebek. I'm a snack.
Moshner, yeah.
I'm a snack.
Moshner.
I'm a snicker snack. All right, I'll stop. Yes, I am sure.